Now, good morning. Now, today in the chapter Alternating Current, we are going to study about the AC circuit with LCR in series combination, resonance in AC circuit with LCR, resonant curve and Q factor. So, let us start to discuss the AC circuit with LCR in series combination. Now, till now we have studied that when current is applied, AC voltage is applied to a circuit which contains only the resistor or which contains only inductor or which contains only capacitor. Now today all these three components, that is inductor, capacitor and resistance, they are connected in series. So here it is clearly seen that L, C and R both are connected in series, and this voltage E is equal to E naught sine omega t is applied across all the three series combination. Now when these three are connected in series, so the voltage drop, this E is equal to E naught sine omega t, appears as voltage drop VR, VL and VC across R, L and C respectively. Now because of this alternating voltage, some current will also flow. Let the current is I is equal to I naught sine omega t plus phi flow through the circuit, where phi is the phase difference between the voltage and the current. So now our purpose is to find the value of phi and also the value of I naught, as we have done in previously when AC is applied through resistor only, or AC applied with inductor only, or AC applied with capacitor only. Now since when these three components are in series combination, so after applying the AC voltage E is equal to E naught sine omega t, we have to find the function I is equal to I naught sine omega t plus phi. Now let us start discuss one by one. Now when alternating voltage E is equal to E naught sine omega t applied, we know that when it is applied across the resistor only, then the current and the voltage are in same phase. When it is applied across inductor, then current lags behind the voltage by pi by 2, and when in capacitor only, then current leads the voltage by pi by 2. In phasor diagram we can show it like this, that is VR and I. VR and I both are in the same phase, so they have drawn in the same direction. VL leads, current leads the voltage और VL leads the voltage. इन दोनों का मतलब देखिए, current lags behind, or we can say that voltage leads. So here the voltage is leading by angle pi by 2 by the current. तो current अगर आपकी इस डायरेक्शन में है तो 90 डिग्री आगे की तरफ VL शो करेगा. इसी तरह से कैपेसिटर में 90 डिग्री पीछे की तरफ करंट वोल्टेज VC शो होगी. सो वी कैन ड्रॉ द फेजर डायग्राम लाइक दिस, that is the current and the voltage. We are in same direction. VL and I, VL is leading by current and VC, and current में VC is lagging behind the current. Now let us find the resultant of this. Now I have drawn the figure same. Now you know that OA, that is magnitude of VR, as we have studied in the phasor diagram. Phasor, the length of the phasor shows the magnitude of that voltage or the current. So here OA, that this point is O and this point is A. So OA shows the magnitude of the voltage across the resistor, that is VR. OB, VL, B point is this one, so OB represents the VL. OC represents VC, OC point, C point ये है, so this phasor shows the current VC. So this we have drawn in the same figure. Now if VL is more than VC, since VL and VC both are in opposite direction, VC in the downward direction and VL in upward direction, so out of these two, which one is greater, the resultant will be in that direction as the vector addition, because since VL and VC both are vector, तो वेक्टर में जब भी हम इन दोनों को ऐड करेंगे तो जो ग्रेटर होगा उस डायरेक्शन में इनका रिजल्टेंट आएगा. सो VL माइनस VC इज रिप्रेजेंटेड एज OE. This is OE. So OE, VL minus VC is represented by OE. अब resultant of VL minus VC and VR, since these three voltages they are appearing across L, across C, across R, so we have to find the resultant of the voltage कि तीनों का मिलाकर resultant magnitude कितना बनेगा. That will be our applied voltage. So the magnitude, the resultant, just recall the law of parallelogram which we studied in class 11. So according to this, the resultant is represented by vector by represented by OD, and magnitude of OD will give us the E naught, that is the maximum voltage applied. E is equal to E naught sin omega t. तो वहाँ जो E naught की वैल्यू है that will be represented by the vector by the magnitude of OD. अब इस डायग्राम में अगर आप देखें तो OD is AD square plus OA square under root. Now AD, that is equal to, this AD is equal to VL minus VC. So in place of AD we can write VL minus VC square, and in place of OA we can write VR square. So this reduces to E naught is equal to under root VL minus VC whole square plus VR square. Now again we know that VL is I naught XL, which we have studied in the previous lecture. VC is I naught XC and VR is I naught R. XL क्या है आपका inductive reactance, XC is capacitive reactance, and R is only the resistance. So VL, VC and VR in terms of I into R can be written as, so this expression reduces to I naught XL minus XC whole square plus I naught square R square. Now if you take common I naught, then the expression becomes E naught upon becomes E naught upon under root XL minus XC whole square plus R square, and in place of this expression we can write Z. So I naught will become E naught upon Z, where Z is under root XL minus XC whole square plus R square. Now here Z is called the impedance of the circuit. It plays the same role as the reactance in the circuit. So Z is the impedance of the circuit. When there was only the capacitor, then XC, the capacitive reactance. When there is only inductor, then XL, inductive reactance. And when L, C and R, all the three are in the circuit in the series combination, then the resistance offered by the circuit is termed as the impedance of the circuit. So it plays the same role as the resistance in the circuit. Now from the figure we can find out the value of 10 phi. Just look in the figure. Now from here tangent phi is the AD upon OA, and AD is equal to VL minus VC. So 10 phi is equal to VL minus VC upon VR. So in place of 10 phi we can write VL minus VC upon VR, or I naught XL minus XC upon I naught R, or 10 phi is equal to XL minus XC upon R. So our purpose was to find out the value of I is equal to I naught sin phi, sin omega t plus phi, where I naught is a new term which we have find out, that is E naught upon Z, and phi in terms of tangent phi is equal to XL minus XC upon R, or omega L minus omega C upon R. Now the special cases arises accordingly. Now when XL is greater than XC, that is omega L is greater than 1 upon omega C. So from this expression we can say that when XL is greater than XC, then tangent phi is positive. And positive means when XL is greater than XC means the current lags behind the EMF by the phase angle phi, and the LCA circuit is the inductance dominating circuit. When XL is less than XC means the capacitor is dominating, In that case, the phi is negative and the circuit may current leads the EMF by angle phi, and the LCR circuit is the capacitive or the capacitance dominating circuit. Now, third case arises when XL is equal to XC. So, from this expression, it is clear that when XL is equal to XC, then tangent phi is 0 or phi is equal to 0 degree. That is, the current and the EMF are in the same phase, and the impedance does not depend upon the frequency of the applied EMF LCR circuit and behaves like a purely resistive circuit. So, the three cases, either XC is greater than XL, XL is greater than XC, or XL is equal to XC. Now, resonance in the AC circuit. Just now we have discussed that the third case when XL is equal to XC. Then what happens? When XL is equal to XC, it means omega L is equal to 1 upon omega C. Tangent phi is 0 or phi is equal to 0 degree. So, when omega L is equal to omega C, then from the expression of the impedance, omega L is equal to 1 upon omega C, so this will become 0 and Z will be equal to R. Since the additing term is 0, so we can say that now the value of Z is the minimum. So, Z minimum is equal to R and the current will be maximum. I maximum is equal to E upon R. So, the impedance offered by the circuit is minimum. When XL is equal to XC, then impedance offered by the circuit is minimum and the current is maximum. So, this condition is called the resonance condition of the LCR circuit, and the frequency is called the resonant frequency. This is a very important condition. So, what is the condition of resonance? When XL is equal to XC or omega L is equal to 1 upon omega C. In that case, the impedance is minimum and the current is maximum. Such condition is called the resonant condition of the LCR circuit, and the frequency at which XL is equal to XC is called the resonant frequency. So, the value of the resonant frequency will be equal to omega if it is denoted by omega R, R for resonant. So, omega L is equal to 1 upon omega C. So, it can be represented as omega RL is equal to 1 upon omega RC, and when you simplify this, you will get that omega R is equal to 1 upon under root LC, and this frequency is known as the resonant frequency. This is the angular frequency. In terms of the frequency, simple, F is equal to 1 upon 2 pi under root LC. So, this expression is for the resonant frequency, angular frequency, or simple the frequency. Fr is equal to 1 upon 2 pi under root LC. Now, resonant curve and the Q factor. Now, if we draw a curve between the frequency and the maximum current, that is I0. So, we find that as the frequency increases, the shape of the curve is like this. At the position of the resonant frequency, the current is maximum, means I0, which is the maximum current, is the value of I0 is maximum at the resonant frequency, which is denoted by I0 maximum. So, this is I0 maximum. Now, in this curve, we find a special shape that it is similar on both the sides of the resonant frequency. So, if we take a position that is about the 70% of the maximum value of the current, or I maximum upon root 2, at that point, if we take the two values, if we draw a line, we will find there are the two corresponding values. The difference between these two values is termed as the band width. This is 2 del omega or the band width. रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी से लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में और रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी के राइट हैंड साइड में, लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में ओमेगा आर माइनस डेल ओमेगा एंड ऑन राइट हैंड साइड ओमेगा आर प्लस डेल ओमेगा. कौन सी वैल्यूज? विच इज आई मैक्सिमम अपॉन रूट 2 or 70% of the I0 maximum. At that point, if we draw a line, it cuts the curve at two positions. The frequency corresponding to these 2 points, that is omega r minus del omega and omega r plus del omega. So the bandwidth is known as the 2 del omega. And in terms of the bandwidth, the quality factor is defined as the ratio of the resonant frequency to the bandwidth. So what is the bandwidth? Bandwidth is the difference between the frequencies on both the sides of the resonant frequency at a point where the maximum current is 1 upon root 2 times. The value of the current is 1 upon root 2 times of the maximum current. It can also be defined as the ratio of the potential drop across either the inductance or the capacitance to the potential drop according to the resistance. That is, Q is equal to VL upon VR or VC upon VR. Or the same expression can be reduced to omega RL upon R, because VL is equal to, in the terms of the current, we can say that I naught XL. So I naught XL is omega RL to omega RL upon R, or we can say in terms of VC upon VR. This expression reduces to Q is equal to 1 upon omega R C R. So this is the quality factor. Now these are some questions based on the topic taught today. So these are the questions from the NCERT books. Try to solve these questions, and if you have any doubt, you can discuss me at any time. Thank you.